in this video, we're going to start by just setting up some of the scenes we need. Now, eventually we're going to need lots of scenes, but we're just going to set up two. We're going to set up a main menu, which allows us to kind of click into the 2D platformer game, and we're going to set up our level 1. So here's Godot here. So we're going to start just by pressing this 2D node button. So 2D scene, we click on this, and it creates the node for us ready to go. Now, the name of this node will be what the scene is eventually called. So what we need to start by doing is just renaming it. Now, if you right click on this node and then go down to where it says rename, let's call it main menu. Okay, and then if we click off of it, you'll now see that it's called main menu. Now, before we can do anything else, you'll notice that it's not saved, okay? So we need to go up to the scene button and we need to say save scene. So we get this dialog and it's going to put us in our main folder. Now this folder here is the 2D platformer folder, and sometimes you're going to want to create folders for your scene, sometimes you won't. Now I tend to not create folders for my scenes, I just put them in the main folder. So you can see that it's taken on the same name that we've given it, and it's called .tscn. Now by default that is the scene extension, so that's the one we're going to use. Okay, there are a few other extensions, but actual fact, for the most part our scenes are going to take this TSCN extension. So once you're happy that it's found the correct folder, all we're going to do is press save. Now to make sure it worked, we want to come down to our file system and we want to make sure that there is a main menu here, and you can see there is. Now if we go over to our file system, you will see that if we go into our 2D platformer, you will see that there is a main menu.tscn. Now this just confirms that everything is being saved in the correct place, and that's really important. So there's our first menu set up, and you can see that now it says main menu here. So we just need one more menu, so we're going to create a new menu from scratch. So we're going to go scene, new scene, and then once again we're going to press this 2D scene button, and then we need to rename it. So right click, rename, and this one we're going to call level 1. Okay, click away from it. So it says level 1 here. You can see that it's not saved. So we're going to go scene, and we're going to say save scene. Now you'll see that it's in our main one because that's where our main menu is. You can see it's taken on the same file name, and you can see it's called .tscn. If for some reason it doesn't take on this .tscn, you can come over to here and actually select the correct menu. In Godot, in previous versions of Godot that was necessary. In Godot 3.2 actually that's not necessary, and it just does the right thing, which is good. So we press save, and let's just be on the safe side. Let's just check that it's gone in the correct place. So here's our file system, there's our level 1, and if we come over to our 2D platformer, you'll see that it also has level 1, and we are pretty much good to go. One other thing that I want to point out to you is the tab system. Now you can see that just by clicking on this tab we can switch between levels, which is really useful. If you don't want multiple levels open or multiple scenes open or multiple scripts open, all you do is you press the X button and it will get rid of it. Okay, and then you'll end up with this empty one. Now if you want to reopen a scene, all you do is come down to the file system and you double click and it will open it. If you want to open multiple, just double click and it will open it. And once again, we're back to that same position. So get yourself set up the main menu and the level 1, and then we'll move on to the next video.